For followers of the channel, we've covered a lot of the basics when it comes to inventory management and e-commerce in general. For most businesses, the merchandise they sell is straightforward. Usually procured from a supplier or even manufactured in-house, the products generally tend to be simple with no moving parts, so to speak. But what if they do contain moving parts? In the case of a business that sells something like a bicycle or an engine, things can get a little more complicated. Enter assembly items. Assembly items are an inventory item, generally in your system of record like QuickBooks, that are made up of individual parts. These individual parts are all stored and inventoried separately and assembled at checkout with its own price for the completed item. This is very similar to group or bundle items that are made up of individual items and not necessarily parts of a finished product, but are usually marked down in the completed bundle to represent the group of items. An example of this would be a fruit basket. In either of these examples, you want to be able to track the individual item in the bundle or assembly along with its cost, inventory, and individual price. So, how should you set this up in QuickBooks? I've included a link in the description directly from Intuit, but I'll give you the lowdown. Make sure you have inventory tracking turned on in QuickBooks, and then you can set up your product's components. Assuming you're going to be tracking the inventory for each individual part, make sure to create any components as inventory parts. Create a bill of materials for your list of components to build the finished product. And once you have the bill of materials ready to go, you can assemble the finished product using the Build Assemblies tool. You're ready to sell. If you plan on charging the customer at checkout, you'll want to create the transaction as a sales receipt. If you're going to charge them later, create it as an invoice. QuickBooks will remind you when stock is low for your assemblies or group items, but you can run easy reports at any time to get a quick status check. Once you've run out of inventory, you can reorder your components directly from within QuickBooks. As a reminder, Webgility's desktop product has the ability to assist you in this whole process, minimizing the amount of time you're spending creating transactions and adjusting inventory in QuickBooks, especially with the painstaking stuff like bundles and assemblies. Connect Webgility to your online store and we can map your products to their assembly item counterparts in QuickBooks. Simply make sure the application is set up to deal with the group or assembly items and that the transactional information that you need is included in posting. After you set everything up, we'll carry the order information from your store over to accounting and post the whole transaction with whatever terms and conditions you have set, as well as deduct inventory on the spot. You can even set up Webgility Scheduler tool to post transactions, sync inventory and pricing, and other product updates automatically. Just set the timer to the desired interval and let the magic happen. Check the links in the description for more on what we covered in this video, and if you need help setting up these features on an existing Webgility subscription, reach out to your implementation specialist or our customer support team for more.